What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So of all the new features and announcements that we just recently learned about in Pokemon Sword and Shield, nearly all of them have been receiving universal acclaim. I say nearly all of them because there is one thing that was recently revealed that has been receiving significant criticism, and that is the new Dynamax feature. Dynamaxing can be used during gym battles and makes the Pokemon using it giant in size, and also gives it powered up moves that it can use for 3 turns. Many people have been criticizing the feature because of what seems to be a lack of creativity and a continued straying away from similar fan favorite features like Mega Evolution. However, even though I will say myself that I was also underwhelmed by the mechanic, I also know that Game Freak doesn't just throw things into their games willy-nilly, and actually puts a lot of thought and research into their creations, especially when they are a major part of the games themselves. I believe that this is also the case with Dynamaxing, as I have a theory on where the feature originates and how it could further tie into the overall lore of the Galar region. If nothing else, maybe this will help some of you to appreciate the feature a little more, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the details. Starting things off, we're gonna have to take a look at the land of Albion. Not sure what I'm referring to? Well, Albion is actually an alternative and more ancient name for the island of Great Britain, which of course serves as an inspiration for Galar. Albion has been recorded as a name for the island as far back as the 1st century AD, with its existence being documented even earlier than that. The name possibly originated from the White Cliffs of Dover, England, hence its resemblance to the word albino, which refers to things being white and or lacking their normal color. How this relates to Pokemon and Dynamaxing though, outside of obviously being the inspiration for Galar, is that it has been mentioned in various legends and folktales relating to the time when Great Britain was known as Albion, that giants were the original inhabitants, or possibly even the founders of Albion itself, which is clearly a connection to Dynamaxing, as not only is the giant theme prevalent in both instances, but the phenomenon has also been described as unique to Galar, and is also the topic of research in the region as well, so it would make a lot of sense if these legends served as the original basis for the Dynamax idea. In fact, one of the accounts of these giants written by Geoffrey of Monmouth in the History of the Kings of Britain book, which was published around the year 1136, was actually regarded as historical fact until the late 17th century, which caused the story to appear in many documentations of the early history of Britain, which could further allow this to serve as inspiration for the history and lore of Galar as well. It goes even deeper than that though, and this is where we can really start connecting it to Sword and Shield itself. In addition to having a history of giants, the UK are also known for their giants in the modern day as well, in the form of hill figures. Hill figures are large, often giant even, figures of various characters that are cut into hillsides and designed to be seen from a great distance. These are most well known in England, and one of the most prominent ones is known as the Cernabas Giant, which not only continues to perpetuate the giant theme and makes it more likely that this is where Dynamax comes from, but the Cernabas Giant also gives us a potential look at where Dynamax could come from in terms of a lore perspective. In the initial reveal trailer for Sword and Shield, we saw the Galar region equivalent of the Cernabas Giant, which highly resembles some kind of legendary Pokemon with smaller figures, either other Pokemon or people, at its feet. Knowing what we know now, it's very possible that the Pokemon in the hill figure is depicting the Dynamax phenomenon in one way or another. It could be a generic representation of Dynamaxing, as it is obviously a key component of Galar's culture, or more interestingly, it could be depicting a specific, yet to be revealed Pokemon who is essentially the origin of Dynamaxing, or the first Pokemon to have Dynamaxed, similar to how Lucario was specified as the first Pokemon to have Mega Evolved in X and Y. All things considered, I'm willing to put my money down that this is what that mysterious hill figure is, and I'm also pretty confident about the whole Albion giant thing, as well as the hill figures being the inspiration for the Dynamax feature in general. We won't really know for sure until Game Freak tells us themselves, if they ever do, but I thought that researching and explaining this possible origin of Dynamaxing once again might help people to appreciate it a little bit more. The jury is still technically out on how good the actual actual gameplay of the feature itself will be, but in terms of a possible inspiration, I think it's got a pretty good one. What do you guys think though? Do you buy my theory, or do you believe the origin of Dynamaxing lies somewhere else? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and like the video if you enjoyed it to help it out, because it really means a lot. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're new, as not only do I post videos 3 times a week, but tomorrow is Nintendo's E3 Direct presentation, which could possibly have some new Sword and Shield information or gameplay, and if there is, I could very possibly be making a video for tomorrow as well. Also, if you would like to support the channel further, follow me on Spotify and give some of my Pokemon remixes a listen, because that directly supports the production of videos and is also greatly appreciated. I do also recommend that you check me out on Twitter, because we are actually running a giveaway for Pokemon Sword and Shield over there, and all you have to do to enter is follow me and like and retweet the giveaway tweet to enter, so be sure to check that out with the link in the description. Anyways though, I will be back, if not tomorrow, then on Thursday for another video, so be sure to hit the notification bell so you can be notified about that. And with all that being said, I love you guys, and I will smell you guys later.